This is Anna, and this is Check It at the Round Table, where we discuss movies, books, music, and stuff. Today, we are discussing why I love my life. I recently came across a song, and it was basically about how this one person was talking about how his father told him how it's a beautiful life, and you should keep your eyes open for every minute of it. It reminded me of when I was a child. There was a plaque that hung in my parents' bedroom, and it was from Joe versus the Volcano. And I remember my dad used to always say this several times during my childhood, where he would say, most people walk through life asleep. Only a few of us have our eyes open, and we are in a state of constant amazement. And I was realizing this week as I was going about my day, and even like right now, I was just finishing up a lesson with one of my students, and I'm going, I love my life. I mean, there are parts of my life that I'm going, I would wish are different. I think all of us have parts of our life that we're going, I wish that were different, but I'm going, in general, I have to say, I, I love my life. I love that I get to teach at my own schedule and have control of my working life for the most part. I love that I can live wherever the world I want to live and be very safe and have a beautiful home wherever I am. Although that whole thing is kind of up in the air because of the visa issues. I really thought I'd have that all sorted by June this year. That was my goal. I'm going, that's not going to happen by June. And I need to get to the point where I'm okay with that, which I'm not there yet, but I'm working on that inner peace mantra, as it were. But there are so many good things about my life. It's like today I took off at noon. I had an hour lunch. I walked to the tea shop. I got my tea. I went to the grocery store and got 33-cent gummies because I live in a country where you can get really cheap, delicious gummies. I was walking back with my little baggie of my tea and my gummies, and I was going, what a wonderful world. And I'm like, you know, I think that sometimes we can get so focused on what is out there that's a possible future thing that we miss the goodness that is today. Even the beauty of the little things, like being able to turn on my washer and hang up my clothes and know I don't have to go beat them on a rock or use that panda washer from Amazon, which I used to do, which was no fun. No fun at all. I'm like, I don't have to do those things. So I'm going, no, if you have a panda washer and you love it, go. Love your panda washer. But I'm like, just not my thing. So I'm like, there are so many things that I am thankful for in this moment. And I'm going, we sort of lose sight of that in the day-to-day. It's like we get busy with our work, with our lives, with our school, with our taxes, all these things. And we miss that we have such good things in our lives and in our day-to-day. It's like, really, when we think about it, there's always usually, there are certain situations where you don't have anything that's good in life. And then you really need to adjust and move into a good direction. But most of us, it's like, we really do have some awesome things in our lives. I was sitting here today going, I'm looking up my window and I'm seeing mountains and ocean is over here. And I'm like, wow, I get to wake up in this every day because I chose to move to somewhere that has ocean and mountains. And I might not be here forever. I was looking at going, it's temporary. But really, everything in life is kind of temporary. I am sure in a couple years, I will be more settled. I will know more where I'm going to be. And I might make a video in a couple years and go, I still not settled. I still don't know where I'm going to be. And I really don't think we should ever settle. I think we should always aspire to, be and do and all that. But I would like to know where my home is. That I have my hobbit home with my books, my armchair, and my garden that someone else waters the plants of because I am terrible at that. And I'm going, we all have dreams of grandeur, like how our hair will not be frizzy at some point in our lives. I've kind of given up on that for the time being, kind of like I've given up on having a perfect complexion. I'm like, the acne, I don't know, when I was in high school, it wasn't that bad. In my 30s, it's like it's come back and become this, and then like, it's okay. I still live my life. It's still a beautiful life. It's so good in the day to day. And so I just want to make this podcast, as it were, to say, I don't know how your springs are going, and we've had kind of a heck of a hard time with the pandemic and the inflation and the deflation, depending on where you live in the world. But I'm like, even with all of that, there is so much in the world that we have that we can be thankful for in our day to day. And so I don't know what that is for you, but whatever it is, I hope that you enjoy it to the fullest and keep your eyes open and wide to the goodness and the amazing things about you. Check it at the round table. Bye.